The first time I took this apart is when I had my first surprise. The forward action screw came out pretty sticky, and I looked at it, and the threads were kind of boogered up on the leading edge, and I think there's a little burr on one of the threads. Might have got dropped, might have got damaged somehow in handling, and what had happened is, it got cranked in there anyway, and it's peeled a little bit of metal. There was a little bit of galling between the hole, the threaded hole, and the screw, and I could see some buildup in the threads, in the V's of the threads where there was metal displaced. So I think I've got a picture of that. It shows up pretty well on the optical comparator, and you can see on the end of them, towards the end of the screw, where there's a V, it's kind of the valley is filled up. That is extra metal that probably came out of either the screw or the tapped hole in the action. So wasn't really impressed with that. I ran a die over my screw and ran a bottoming tap back down inside the hole just to clean it up so that they mate back together. I may still buy a set of stainless steel screws, just put some new ones in there, and I'll probably go with stainless steel. Just, hey, even a little lowly 22 needs a little bit of bling now and then. One other thing I want to do, as long as I'm working on the action and these action screws, is I'm going to install them until they bottom out. And I'm going to take a China marker and I'm going to mark the 12 o'clock position on them. Like that. You can see that. Probably not. Anyway, I put a little pencil mark on the 12 o'clock position of the heads. I'm going to take them back out. As I take them out, I'm going to count how many turns it takes to bring them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Almost exactly 4 turns, and that's where its engagement point is at about 12 o'clock also. That's on the back one. One, 2, 3, 4. 4 turns again. And now I'm going to reassemble the barreled action. And I'm just going to put them back in. One, 2, 3. One, 3. It's just a quick test that I want to make sure that my screws aren't bottoming out in the action. I've seen this before on a different rifle I was working with once upon a time, that I thought the action was held tightly into the stock. It was a 98 Mauser, and found only to find out that the threads ran out on the bolt, and I was bottoming it out on the threads, and the action still was a sloppy loose fit. So that in that particular case, the action was held into the stock only by the front screw. And so that's just a little test. I'm counting turns, making sure that we are bottoming out under the head and not on where the screws into the action too far. All right, everything's good there.